Welcome to Stoic Seek, where we explore the power of self-improvement, emotional mastery, and timeless wisdom. Today, we're diving into a situation that many men find themselves in at some point, the friend zone. You've been there for her. You've shown her kindness, attention, and affection. Maybe you thought the connection was growing, only to hear the dreaded words, "You're such a great friend." Hearing that can be frustrating and painful, but the truth is, the friend zone is not a dead end. Instead of reacting emotionally, feeling rejected, or trying harder to win her over, the smartest thing you can do is flip the script. By shifting your mindset, creating emotional space, and focusing on self-improvement, you can make her see you in a completely different light. Understanding why she friend-zoned you. Before changing the dynamic, it's crucial to understand why it happened in the first place. Women don't friend-zone men because they're cruel or playing game. More often than not, the reason is simplish, doesn't feel romantic attraction toward you. This lack of attraction isn't necessarily about looks or even personality. It's about emotional and psychological dynamics. Being too available and always putting her first can make you seem predictable rather than intriguing. Women are naturally drawn to what they must earn and pursue, not what is readily available at all times. If a man lacks an air of mystery or doesn't challenge her emotionally, she may begin to see him as a brotherly figure rather than someone she wants to be with romantically. The problem isn't that you're too nice, it's that she doesn't feel a spark. There's also the issue of self-respect. Women respect men who prioritize their own lives and ambitions. If you make her the center of your world, and sacrifice your own needs in hopes of winning her affection, she may unconsciously lose respect for you. Attraction isn't about constantly proving yourself. It's about becoming the type of man who doesn't need to prove himself at all. Detachment is the first step. One of the most powerful things you can do in this situation is detach emotionally from the outcome. Many men, when friend-zoned, react with frustration, resentment, or desperation, which only makes things worse. Attraction cannot be negotiated or forced. The more you try to convince her to like you, the less appealing you become. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but rather refusing to let those feelings control your actions. When you stop prioritizing her validation and start focusing on yourself, you immediately shift the dynamic. A man who is not emotionally dependent on someone else's approval becomes more confident, more attractive, and more respected. Stoic philosophy teaches that we should focus only on what is within our control. Her feelings for you are not in your control, but your own growth, mindset, and self-worth absolutely are. By adopting this perspective, you take back your power and become the kind of man she regrets overlooking. If you've been acting as her emotional support system, or always making yourself available, it's time to change that. People value what they have to work for, and if she's used to you being at her beck and call, she has no reason to see you in a new light. Instead of responding instantly to her messages, take your time. If she invites you out, don't always say yes, be genuinely busy working on yourself. Let her feel the absence of your energy. Women often realize they have feelings for someone only after that person becomes less available. Beyond just physical availability, withdraw emotionally as well. If she comes to you with emotional problems and vents about other men, don't play the role of the therapist or comforting best friend. Let her see that you are no longer providing unlimited emotional validation without effort on her part. When you create distance, she will begin to wonder why things feel different and may start questioning her own feelings for you. Attraction isn't about convincing someone to like you. It's about becoming someone they can't ignore. Instead of trying to impress her, focus on improving every aspect of yourself. Confidence is built by action, working out, refining your style, expanding your social circle, and pursuing meaningful goals. One of the most overlooked factors in attraction is social proof. Women are naturally drawn to men who are respected, admired, and sought after by others. If you cultivate an interesting and exciting life, you will naturally draw attention not just from her, but from other people as well. When she sees that others appreciate and are attracted to you, she may begin to reconsider her own feelings. Purpose is also a game changer. When a man is deeply engaged in his own mission, whether it's his career, fitness, or a passion project, becomes infinitely more attractive. A man with purpose is not easily swayed by a single person's rejection. Instead of trying to impress her, let her see that you are already a man of value, whether she chooses to recognize it or not. Once you've created distance and improved yourself, the next step is to shift the way you interact with her. Instead of behaving like a safe, predictable friend, start flirting and creating tension. Playful teasing, light physical touch, and moments of unpredictability can break the old pattern. A simple shift in language can change the dynamic. If she's used to you giving her compliments, instead of saying, "You're so beautiful," say something teasing like, "You seem like trouble." Small changes like this create a sense of challenge and intrigue. It's also important to stop engaging in behaviors that reinforce the friend dynamic. If she brings up another guy, instead of listening and sympathizing, respond with something light-hearted like, "Sounds like a you problem." By removing yourself from the role of the emotional caretaker, you make room for her to see you as someone desirable, not just dependable. When done correctly, she will begin to notice the shift in energy. Instead of being the one seeking her attention, she will start noticing your absence. She may become curious about what's changed and begin testing the waters. When that happens, it's a sign that the power dynamic is shifting in your favor. At some point, after you've changed your approach, the moment will come when you need to set a boundary. If she begins showing interest, let the energy build naturally. But if she continues to treat you as just a friend, it's time to make your position clear. A confident, high-value man does not beg for attention or affection. He states his truth and respects himself enough to walk away if necessary. If, after everything, she still sees you only as a friend, the best move is to respectfully move on. Instead of seeing it as a loss, recognize it as a victory.